你好，老师 BEWELL. 你好吗? How are you? I hope you're all well. I thought I'd try and put a smile on your faces today by wearing a bit of fancy dress, so I hope you appreciate my efforts. Oh, my nose is itching. Anyway, I hope you're well. Today is our second lesson of Chinese, so I'm going to share my screen today, and as promised, we're going to learn our numbers 1 to 10 in Chinese. So here we go. Okay, I hope you can see my screen. So let's practice together.
一
E. E is the first number, number 1. Let's try again.
一
E.
二
R.
二
R. R is the number 2.
三
3.
三四
4.
四
4.
五
Wu. Notice the accent on the U. Wu.
五六
Liu.
六七
Qi. Now it's a Q, a letter Q, but it's pronounced ch.
七
Qi.
八
Ba.
八
Ba. Ba, I think, is my favorite one.
九
Jiu.
九十
Shi.
十
Okay, let's go from the beginning.
一
Yi.
二
R.
三
San.
四
Si.
五
Wu.
六
Liu.
七
Qi.
八
Ba.
九
Jiu.
十
Shi. Now, we're going to stick with the numbers 1 to 10 for now, but a little bit later on, I'm going to tell you how to count a little bit further. So see how we go with that. Now, let's go back to some of the games from last week.
1 一 二 2 二 三 3 三 4 4 4 5 5 5
Okay. So 1 2 3 4 5. Let's try it again. So Candy has got 4 bicycles. So is it 1 2 3 4 or 5? Let's have a go. It's not 5, just testing. It's okay. What about Dalong? There are 2 dragons. So is it 1 2 3 or 5? Let's try And Lǎoshī, there's just the 1 teacher, so that would be 1. And then on the next line, Xiaolong, there are 5 dragons. So would that be 3 or would that be 5? You're right, it would be 5. And lastly, Mike. 1 2 3 1 2 3. Congratulations, well done. Okay, let's play another game.
车 car 车蛇 snake 蛇渴 thirsty 渴饿 hungry 饿
Let's listen to those again, just to recap some of those tricky accents and how they change the sound of the words.
车 car 车蛇 snake 蛇渴 thirsty 渴饿 hungry 饿
Lǎoshī is hungry at the moment. Okay, let's go back.
一
Now, we're going to have a look at game number 5. 1 2 3 4 5. So you can see here how to write the numbers 1 to 5, and there's a real order to how to do that. So as part of today's lesson, I'm going to be asking you to take a piece of paper and to have a go at drawing out the numbers 1 to 5. So let's just watch that video one more time. So number 1, E, is just a straight line. Number 2, it's 2 lines, a short line followed by a long line. 3, 5, is 3 lines, 2 short lines followed by a long line at the bottom. 6 is a little bit more complicated, so you need to follow the actions and it must be drawn in a particular order. And 5, you have to do the same. So a line at the top, a line down, and then it looks like a little chair and a line at the bottom. Right, shall we have a go at the game? I'm not sure how good I'm going to be at this. How many fingers are there on your hand? Well, for most people, 5, so that would be the last symbol. How many people make up a couple? So a couple means 2, so I think the correct answer is 2. So how many fingers are there on your hand? Let's go for this one. I think that was number 5. How many people make up a couple? 2. Ooh, some maths. What is 3 times 2 minus 5? So 3 times 2 is 6. Minus 5 is 1. So I think this is our answer, E. What is the unlucky number in Chinese? Ooh, we'll come back to that one. And how many bulbs on a traffic light? Well, generally there is red, yellow, and green. So we're going to go for E, San. So that must mean that the unlucky number in Chinese is 4. Let's see if we were right. Fantastic, well done. Okay, and one final activity before we move on to learning how to use our hands to practice our numbers 1 to 10. Okay. So remember, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what colour are Candy's clothes? Can we match the Chinese characters to the correct shapes? Let's have a go. So, 1, 2, 3 is pink. 1, 2 is blue. 1, 2, 3, 4 is yellow. 1 is red. And 1, 2, 3, 4 is light blue. So let's start with E. So E on the grid is red. We'll learn our colours in a future lesson. And looks to be dark blue. So let's match that up with her trousers. And 1, 2, 3, pink will be her hair. I think we'll do her hair first with number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's colour in her hair. And then there looks to be a number 3, 1, 2, 3, her hair bubble. And then lastly, 1, 2, 3, number 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 would be light blue. Let's see if we're right. Congratulations, let's play another game. Okay, now then we're going to click on our numbers now to see if we can remember some of our higher numbers.
6,
repeat after me.
6, 7, 7, 7, 8, 8, 8.
Lǎoshī's favourite number, 8.
9, 9, 9, 10, 10, 10.
Right, let's practice playing the game. Count our friends and fill in the gaps in Chinese. Now then, let's hope that we know who is who. So, Da Long. So, let's go with Lǎoshī. So how many teachers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Can we remember the Chinese for 9? Let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think that the answer for Lǎoshī is 9. Here we go. Now then, Mike. I think Mike was the boy here. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's put Leo next to Mike. Okay, then Candy, I'm guessing must be the girl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so chi, remember, is what looks like a letter Q. So oh, it's saying no. Maybe I'm wrong. Right, da long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, maybe I miscounted. And Xiaolong, Xiao means little. So the little dragon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I think there are 10 of those, which means that I must have miscounted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8. I can't count. Let's see if we're right. Fantastic. Well, great work. Now then, before we move on, I've just got a little video that I want to share with you of my friend Mike, who is a teacher friend that I met when I lived in China a few years ago. Now, Mike has very kindly recorded a video for us. We're going to watch it a couple of times. And the idea of this video is that not only will it help you to practice your numbers 1 to 10, but also you're going to learn how the Chinese count differently. So in England, normally we use our fingers, maybe our 2 hands, and we might go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You'd be interested to hear that in China, people count differently. Isn't that strange? So let's have a look at the video in just a second and see if you can notice the difference. Okay, off we go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Let's watch again, just a second time. See if you can pick those up. Let's see if Madame BEWELL, Lǎoshī can have a go at the same time.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Well done. One last time. It's tricky, isn't it? See if you can pick it up this last time.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Sure, I can remember. Fantastic. Well done. Now, to finish with, I've just got one last screen to share with you. I'm going to share on Class Dojo a link to some games that I've prepared for you. So just hang on one second while I share that screen. Now, let me see. Okay, let's share that screen. It's just on the next one along. Now, this is a game called Educanto, which I've prepared for you. So basically, you are going to click on the link that I give you, and you've got a choice of 4 different games. So we're going to have a look, just to begin with, at the multiple choice game. So if I click on here, it will take me to a different screen. And what I've done is I've inserted the numbers in English and in Chinese. So the number 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's see if we're right with chi, and we've got the symbol there as well as the number. Number 3, 1, 2, 3. So that would be 3. Oh, this is testing for my bill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So jiu, we're going to go for that one. Try and do this as quickly as you can. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, next one. Oh, the pressure's on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Number 1, nice and easy. Use the symbols to help you. 6. That must be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. It's an unusual symbol. Number 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 is that symbol, quite a tricky one. Number 2, we can tell by the number of lines, Number 8, Madame Buell's favourite, ba. Game over, you win. So you see, it's a nice, simple game just to see if you can work out which one out of the 4 choices is the correct answer. Now, if I have a look at matchup, for example, this is a tricky one, but it will help you to practice. So the idea is that you have got lots of numbers here. So let's start with a nice easy one. E, we're going to match up with 1. Number 3, 1, 2, 3 is number 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is 5. 6 is 6. 7 is 7. 8 is 8. 9 is 9. And 10 is 10. Did I get that right? Fantastic. So you get the idea. If I just go back to the main screen, you'll see that there are 5 different games that you can play. Multiple choice, noughts and crosses, crosswords, matchup, and memory. So if you have a good go at those, I am convinced that by the end of the lesson, you will know your numbers 1 to 10 really, really well in Chinese. I hope you've enjoyed the lesson today. Have a go at those Educandy games. Watch this video more than once if you need the practice. And I look forward to receiving your videos where you can show me not only that you know your numbers 1 to 10, but that you can also recognize how to use your fingers to represent those numbers in Chinese. Okay, goodbye everyone, take care, and I look forward to seeing you again next week.